So I'm shooting this on my iPhone 8 Plus front camera, and I'm using my Apple headphones today, which is my included earbuds, because I want to test out the microphone and see how it sounds compared to just using the built-in mic on the iPhone itself. And I'm also going to test out my Bose Bluetooth headphones and the microphone in there to see if that works and how well that works too. Um, Basically, I'm just after a simpler, easier vlogging setup, pretty much. And I've noticed that I've shot a couple of videos, like quick videos on my iPhone before, just using the regular built-in mics on the iPhone without hooking anything up to it. And I'm actually pretty satisfied with the quality overall. I mean, is it amazing? No, not at all. I mean, but it's perfectly passable in every way, at least for what I do. And I mean, I'm somebody that understands cameras really well. I do it for a living. I shoot corporate client videos for a living, and I have been for well over a decade at this point. Um, so I have bigger cameras I can use. I've got my larger Cinema Series Canon cameras I could use, or I have my little GH4 I could use. And I have used those cameras for doing some of this YouTube stuff that I've recently started doing. Um, so I could do that and I could use those. And if I were somebody who was doing this professionally or more full time, I probably would. But I'm not. This is really just vlogging. It's, vlogging in the purest of sense that I'm just sort of randomly throwing out different thoughts and ideas and feelings about a certain subject at a given time. Um, and you'll notice that on my public channel here that things are all over the place. I might be talking about cameras, I might be talking about generations or decades or whatever, the PlayStation, whatever happens to be on my mind at the time, which can be frustrating for some people who are looking for channels that specifically target a certain type of content. Maybe they're looking for something that's all about camera tech, or maybe they're looking for something that's all about, video games or something. This is not one of those channels. This is just a personal channel for me and my thoughts on whatever happens to be on my mind at the time. And as a result, I'm not seeing a lot of success. I wasn't going for any success. I'm not after viewers or subscribers. Um, Nothing like that. I mean, if you happen to be here watching one of my videos and if you find it interesting, cool. That's why I make them public. If not, no big deal. It's really more kind of therapy for me, just to get my own thoughts and feelings out there. Um, and as a result, I want to kind of make it as easy as possible for me to just quickly shoot a video and throw one up without having to set up all my cameras and all my lights and all my microphones. And then I have to pull SD cards out of my cameras and my recorders and input all that footage into the computer and run it through the editing. And, it just becomes, at that point, it becomes a job. It becomes a hassle. And I've noticed it's just a lot easier if I can hook some kind of microphone or something up to my iPhone and just get it all in one go and then just upload it straight to YouTube from there. Or maybe run it through iMovie on my phone or something. Or worst case scenario, just sort of airdrop it from my iPhone to my Mac and then run it through an editor without having to pull SD cards out and all that, and sync sound and all that stuff. So I'm trying to make it as easy as possible to do just these sort of random, off-the-cuff kind of thoughts, vlogs. So that's what I'm doing here. Is I'm testing this out, seeing how this sounds, seeing how this works. It's not the most attractive looking, but I figured it's a little more sleek than putting on my big Bose Bluetooth headphones that have a mic built into them, which I'm going to try out as well in a different video, I'm sure. And I'll see if maybe I can find some other solution that maybe even works with one of my wired, like lapel mics. Because that would be more ideal, because then I don't have to have the headphones hanging from my ears or anything. But anyway, yeah, so this video is really kind of serves two purposes. It's really just a way for me to test out the audio here, but it's also a way for me to tell people who come upon my channel that this channel is completely random, and it's all about whatever happens to be on my mind at a given time. So don't expect it to follow a certain format that is, one subject all the time kind of thing. I will veer all over the place, and depending on how much I use it going forward, um, I may veer into all kinds of topics that are just, like, I don't know, and I don't know how often either. But the other thing is, losing my track, losing my train of thought here. That's the thing about not editing. You don't get to cut this stuff out, basically. So, yeah, I was going to say something. Shoot. Damn it. I know it's going to bug me later because the minute I hit the stop button on this thing, I'm going to remember what it was. I'm going to be like, yeah, I meant to include that. Oh, no. Oh, well, whatever. I guess I can save that for a different video. But, yeah, I mean, that's pretty much the extent of it is I'm just here kind of doing, like, random stuff. And I don't even know how often I'm going to be uploading videos. Oh, I remember now. I was talking about how, like, this is new for me, public. I mean, I've been on YouTube now since I think about 2006, but I use YouTube mostly over the years for uploading like home videos that I want like private. Just kind of a way of backing things up online and keeping all my home videos and stuff online privately that I don't want the public to see. I also use YouTube and have used YouTube since like 2007 or 8 as a way for clients to preview video projects. Again, not publicly. I just send them a link with a video and they check things out and they tell me, what they want cut or recut or whatever. And so that's kind of that. I did upload one video publicly years ago, a white MacBook video, but I took it down after a couple of years. Maybe I'll put it back up at some point. It's kind of an interesting thing. But for the most part, this whole public YouTube thing is new. It's within the last few months during this quarantine. I decided to do this, so this is kind of a new adventure for me, I guess. Just like I said, kind of like public therapy or something. Anyway, that's it for now, and hope you all enjoy your day and have a great week, and I'll talk to you soon.